In this video, we are going to calculate the election results based on voter behavior. Hello, I am Jagan. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in SQL with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. Let's have the table and we can talk about the question in detail. So here we are given a votes table where we have voter and candidate. The voters can vote for one or more candidates or choose not to vote. Each person has one vote. So if they vote for multiple candidates, their vote gets equally split across them. For example, if the vote for two candidates, then each candidate receive 0.5 votes each. Here when you see Charles, he votes for three candidates, so his vote will be split among three candidates and it's going to be 0.33 per candidate. Okay, now we have to find the candidate who got more votes. If there are more than one candidate who get the same amount of vote, then you have to report all the candidates. First, create the table, and then we can do this in two ways. First, we can try our normal aggregation function, okay, and then we can go for the Windows function. So normal aggregation, first we have to find the voters and how many votes they did, right? Select voter and then count star as count from group by 1. So if I have this, I can see votes is a capital V. Okay, if you see Charles got 3 votes, but when you see the point perspective, it should be 0.33, right? That means we just have to say 1 by the count star, so it will give you 0.33. So Charles did 3 votes, so each vote values 0.33. So others are 1. We have null value for Kathy, but we haven't addressed that yet. We can address that in the next step. Okay, because we consider only the voter here, we are not seeing the candidate. So we can just have this as a CTE table, voters as, we can just have it in a single row so it looks a bit better. Okay, so this is our first table. Now we are just going to see the candidate level. Select from votes V. We are going to left join the CTE table, all voters, right? Let's see, A on A dot voter equal to V dot voter. So we are connecting with the voters. Now what we are going to do is we are going to do the candidate level, candidate, and then we just say sum of the votes, but we have to consider the Kathy's point, right? We haven't voted, so we say case when V dot candidate equal to, it says none, then 0, else A dot count, right, as total votes. Since we have aggregation, we just say group by 1. If you see this, now we have Ryan, Christine and Kathy are the candidates, and we have none, so we are not going to consider that. But candidate wise, we have 3 candidates, Christine, Ryan and Kathy. We can just filter out the none, but we are not doing it now. Okay, we can just have this as a second CTE table, all votes as voters and candidates. You can see all candidates. All candidates as this. Now we have to get the top candidates. Select v dot candidate from all candidates where the total votes should be max of total votes from all candidates. Okay, and then we can just order by one, so it just goes to the candidate's name. Unknown column v dot candidate. Oh, we don't have alias name. We don't need to give the alias name. Okay, so Christine and Ryan got same number of votes. Christine and Ryan got 2.33 votes. Okay, good. So what we did, first we get all the voters and how many votes they did. If they have more than one votes, this will split for the vote count, and then we get the candidates and we chose how many votes they got, and then we select the top candidates where their vote count is equal to the maximum votes. If there are more than one candidates, this will match the total votes. If they have the same number of votes, it just brings in. We don't filter out one. Okay, so the question is answered. So how can we do that in a using a Windows function? Let's see. It's going to be almost the same. Only thing is, since we did this and then we went for the max, we are going to do the same. Select voter candidate, and then we are going to say count star. We just say count star over partition by voter as count, right? So initially we did count star, right? We are going to see how it's going to work. Oh, from the table name, from voters. From, what's the table name? Votes, VOTES, from votes. Okay, now if you see, we have the voter, we have the candidate, and you see Chris did 3 votes. Okay. Now we have the count, we have to convert that to 1 by, so we get it. So when you run it, you get the Charles votes split between 3 candidates as 0.33. Now since we have the candidate column here itself, what we can do is case when candidate equal to none, then 0, else you go for this count end as votes, right? Previously we did in 2 steps. So Kathy and Trey, if they have none, then the vote count becomes 0. If it's multiple votes, it just got the split. Other votes, it just counted as 1. So we did both the conditions in 1 step. The previous one we did in 2 steps, right? So we can use this as a CT table. All voters, you can say, as now we are going to have the total votes per candidate. Select candidate and then sum of the count as total votes from all voters, since we have aggregate, we say group by 1. Okay. So now we get all the candidates and their votes. Now we have to get the top. We can do the condition here itself and match, but for simplicity we are just saying all candidates as. Now we are going to filter out the top candidates as before. Select candidate from all candidates where total votes equal to select max of total votes from all candidates. We just say order by 1. So it will order based on the candidate name. What it says, all candidate, oh, all candidates. Okay, so it got the top. So instead of giving this step, we can filter it here itself as a subquery, but for simplicity I just put as a third table. So first what we did, we take the voters, the candidates, and the vote split. If it's none, make it 0. If not, it's 1 by the count, so it get the split. And then second table, we just got the candidate and how many votes they got. And the third table, we just filter the candidates who got the top votes. Okay. So this also went to 3 steps. The first one is the normal aggregation. The second one, we did the Windows function. So we cut short the 2 steps we did before. Hope this helps. Thank you.